you ever wish a certain game existed and then years later finally someone makes that game and it does exist? Well, that's exactly what happened with me in this Ghostbusters video game. Growing up in the 80s and 90s, I was a huge sci-fi fan, and I wish someone would just make Ghostbusters and just use the voice actors or the voice clips from the movie and just make a video game out of the same exact movie. Don't even change anything. Just let us play a video game version of the first movie and just follow the same script. I also wish they would do that with Predator and Aliens. And my dream kinda came true. They did that here with Ghostbusters, even though they made a completely separate game, but it does revolve around the movies. And then they did just make a Predator game, but they didn't use the voice clips from the movie. And from my understanding, there's no voice acting from that movie. And that doesn't exist for Aliens. They didn't do that either, even though there is a ton of Alien games. But at least I got my wish with this Ghostbusters game. So this Ghostbusters game came out in 2009. I remember hearing about it supposedly supposed to come out way before that. I think 2007 or 8 or something like that. The game was supposed to come out and it didn't come out, and then I heard it got canceled and I was super bummed because it sounded like it was going to be right up my alley. Then I heard that it was going to be released after all and it wasn't going to be canceled. So there was a lot of behind the scenes drama with this game being made. I don't know what the problem possibly could have been. I mean, it's Ghostbusters, man. Like, who doesn't want to make that game? That's just instant money, I would think. But, of course, the politics and behind the scenes BS took its toll. But thank goodness this game was made, because it looks like there was a lot of effort to be made with this game. They got all the cast to lend their voices in this game. And the feel of this game is just like you're playing in the movie. They let you go back into certain environments that the first movie takes you into, and they have little tidbits from the second movie in here too. But the main thing is you kind of get to go inside the firehouse and look around and do a walkthrough yourself to see the different rooms and where the containment system is, and you get to go into that hotel where they see Slimer. And you get to go in just a couple of cool places that take place in the movie, of the New York Public Library, and they even get in depth with a little story about the librarian there that you see in the first game. So I just feel like if you like Ghostbusters, the movie, especially the first one, this game is a dream come true. You will absolutely like this game. Is it the best video game ever created? No, it's not the best game ever created. It's basically a game created for real fans of the franchise, and they did an absolutely fabulous job. So let's dive into some of the drama surrounding this game getting developed. So in 2006, a developer called Zootfly started working on the game, but they didn't have the rights secured by Sony to do so. So the company subsequently released an early version of the game, and it got really good reviews, but again, they had not secured the rights yet. So while developing the game, the company was unable to secure the rights eventually, but they already had started on the project. So in 2007, Vivendi Games, a developer of Terminal Reality, met with Sony to discuss the possibility of developing their own Ghostbusters game. And based on all the positive reaction that the Zootfly guys got, Sony said okay, and they wanted to do it. But then, on July 2008, Vivendi Games merged with Activision to form Activision Blizzard, and they announced that only 5 franchises would be released through Activision, and Ghostbusters wasn't one of them. But then eventually, the Sierra PR team later confirmed that Ghostbusters would not be canceled, so it gave some breath of life to us fans that have been waiting for this game and kind of like hearing about one of our most dream games coming to life. Terminal Reality reported the total development of the game was 15 to 20 million. Terminal Reality had expressed interest in making a game based on a possible third Ghostbusters film. And one thing that's very interesting, I watched a lot of behind the scenes about Ghostbusters movies being canceled and things of that nature. And I've heard about the script that was supposed to be the third movie, like in 1996. And a lot of little parts that I heard that were supposed to be in Ghostbusters 3 are in this video game. and this game does feel like it has a Ghostbusters 3 feel to it, so it's kind of cool to see some of the concepts and story that were gonna be in the Ghostbusters 3 be put into this video game. One interesting fact I read it is that Bill Murray made several demands, and including one of them being that all the Ghostbusters got equal screen time. And I think that's interesting because, again, I've watched a lot of videos and read a lot of articles about Ghostbusters, and one thing I do know is that Winston was not very happy because he was supposed to have way more lines in the original movie, but they ended up giving all the good lines that were supposed to be Winston's to Bill Murray. So I think this was Bill Murray's way of kind of balancing that out, because I noticed Winston has a really heavy, some really heavy parts in this video game, and one level is mainly just him, you and him. And I was like, man, Winston has way more of a part in this video game than he ever did in the movies. So that was cool to see that they all got equal time. So I'm just guessing that that's why Bill Murray did that. I really don't know. I'm just speculating. Another interesting note is that Sigourney Weaver had initially turned down the offer to have a role in the video game, but then she changed her mind when she heard that Bill Murray was attached to the video game. But by that time, it was too late. The game had already been developed and been too far along, and they had no part for her. So that's a bummer, because they tried to get, Sigourney Weaver, and then they also tried to get Rick Moranis, but they both turned it down, and but they're mentioned in the game. So again, I absolutely love this game, and if you're a Ghostbusters fan and you haven't played this, you owe it to yourself to play this game. It did a spectacular job. Even all the little sounds, it's like you just feel like you're in the movie. Even just blasting the ghost, just the sound of blasting the ghost or turning on your proton pack and the PKE meter, it just feels like you're in the movie, and it's like a dream come true. Well, if you like or dislike this game, I definitely would like to hear your comments on why, either way, and definitely let me know how you enjoyed the game or not. And my next video attached to this will be my playthrough of the game, and I hope you guys enjoy. Have a good one, and peace out. Stay safe.